Well, hello, and hello. Welcome to the most complete and most interesting tarot reading on the entire internet, because this podcast is more than simply a tarot reading. It is a metaphysical package. It's all cobbled together to create a complete picture of the energy frequency at this time in the reading. Now, the essential point is to help you to manifest from your spirit. Manifesting creates your life, right? Manifesting is your kryptonite. It allows you to have both the independence and the responsibility to find your spiritual destiny in this lifetime. It's different for everybody. It's not an easy deal for many of us, but it needs to be done to accomplish. Otherwise, your life is, well, it's like walking on a treadmill, moving quickly but going nowhere. The focus for today's tarot reading is why. Very simple. Why? It's amazing what kind of trouble you can get into by simply asking why. Because implicit in that idea is you want answers. You're demanding answers. Don't give me the crap talk, the PR stuff. I don't want that. Why? Let's get to the heart of it. Tao Manifesting Tarot Reading is meant to inspire you to make your life a movie in your own head. You make the pictures, not a computer, smartphone, artificial intelligence. If it comes from outside of you, it actually diminishes your energy. It actually takes away the kryptonite of manifesting. You're the real power. You need to create from your spirit, not from some electronic device. Tarot from you is the vehicle of your transformation. So to help, I use tarot as a destination and a focus of the reading, but I also use numerology and astrology, because what it does is it rounds out the picture, makes it full color. It's like going from a movie in the 1930s, black and white, to today. You got color, stereo, beautiful resolution. I've discovered doing tarot for over 20 years, it's not meant for prediction. I never found it to be useful that way at all, but it is the science of potential, your potential as a spirit in a human body. Numerology and astrology, which I've done for over 50 years, they're the science of cycles. So in a way, they kind of forecast, they kind of predict. You've heard the expression, history repeats. Well, that's the case. And the numerology and astrology help us find those cycles. Because if you understand the energy, if you understand the cycles, if this kind of thing happened before, and before that, and before that, and before that, you kind of go, ooh, okay, I got it. I see what we're going to kind of expect the energy. Maybe not the specific events, but the energy. For example, 250 years ago, the last time Pluto and Uranus were in the spot they are today, we had the American Revolution, along with the French Revolution. Revolution was in the air. Well, 250 years it takes for Pluto to go all the way around the solar system, come back to the same spot. Uranus has done it several times, but now they're meeting. Take a look at what's going on in the world. Evolution and revolution. The energy repeats differently, but it repeats. So, using numerology, astrology, together with tarot, you got a reading that you can see, you can hear, you can feel, you can taste, you can touch in your spirit. So, let's begin with the foundational information while we're demanding answers, asking the question why. Let's go to the astrologic. We have, just within the past 24 hours, entered Saturn retrograde. You felt it over the past week or so. The big deal about the tapes and stuff coming out. You know, the Epstein tapes and all that stuff. Where are they? Where'd they go? Where you said you promised, and this and that and the other thing. When a planet goes retrograde, especially a major planet like that, you can feel it a week or two ahead of time. And what you're doing is you're reviewing the past, so that hopefully you can make better decisions in the future. And so this Epstein thing is not going to go away. For many people, myself included, the reason is the energy behind the Epstein fiasco is the energy that is destroying the world. The same people, the same methodology, the same thinking. And the minute you start to ask why, the minute you start to demand answers, you get in big trouble. You can see that. But Saturn retrograde, it strips away the facade, begins to answer the question, why? Let me give you an idea. Right now, Saturn retrograde is in early degrees of Aries. The last time that happened was in 1997. 1997 was interesting from a whole bunch of ways. Hong Kong went over to China. That was a major geopolitical thing going on like that. The United Kingdom, Tony Blair became prime minister. That was a change. Labour Party took over there. Princess Diana died. That changed a lot about the world for a whole lot of people. Dolly the sheep was cloned for the first time. And the Kyoto Protocol was the first time that we started to limit greenhouse gases. So here you're seeing something to do with the environment, something to do with cloning, something to do with values and political stuff. Same time that Saturn was in the same spot that it is now. And the time before that is even kind of more interesting because that's 1968. The assassinations of Martin Luther King Jr., Robert F. Kennedy. There was the Tet Offensive in Vietnam, which really kind of turned America against the war in Vietnam. Even Apollo 8 was the first time that we orbited the moon. It was a big deal. 1968 was a turning point in American history. So, by the way, was the time previous, 1997. In fact, Bill Clinton began to serve his second term, and a lot of the kind of crap that we're swimming through right now happened in his second term. So this is why it is so important to understand the energy. Don't worry about the events. The energy. 1968, dramatic. 1997, dramatic. In a different way, but world-changing events. That's what we're doing right now. And the big reason is because we have the audacity to demand answers. The audacity to ask why. Let's take a look at the meme for today. I was just minding my own business. All of a sudden, 1975 was 50 years ago? You're kidding me. A lot of people feel that way. That's one of the things about getting old. You know, the young people, they have all the time in the world, and they go, oh, man, I'm going to this, and I'm going to that, and You know what? It's going to sneak up on you. If you live that long. Being that you are a generation of vaxxed people, you may not. But if you do, it's going to sneak up on you. It's amazing. George Harrison of the Beatles said just before his death, he was doing an interview. He was 57. And he said to the reporter, he said, we started the Beatles, I was 17 years old. Now I'm 57. Where the hell did the time go? Same thing. I was just minding my own business, and all of a sudden, 1975 was 50 years ago. That's why it's important to ask why, to demand answers, and you can take a look at the past, find out where the energies are the same or similar, and please learn from them. So we've set the foundation, the energy. Let's go to the tarot. First card, 5 of Pentacles. These are the folks who are having a hell of a tough time. What they're passing in front of is a church. You have other versions, other tarot cards of this, and you can see that it's a church. The lights are on. They are not prepared. They're obviously in a winter environment. They're poorly dressed, handicapped. They could go into the church. At the very least, they could sleep on a pew, at least stay warm. Probably they'll get a meal or two. They don't do that. They're not worthy. They think like losers. They don't have enough. They're uncertain. Their future's uncertain. And that creates the problem. That's where we're at right now. We are acting like those people on the card. Next one up, the Tower. Because we're acting like victims, the Tower moment comes. The false security we have lied to ourselves about goes away, taken away. It's a wake-up call. It's unpleasant, But because we haven't paid attention, because we haven't taken care of business, because we've kept this loser mentality, I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy, I'm not worthy, the tower inevitably hits. And that's what's going on now. That's why you have to ask why. That's why you have to demand answers. Those things are going to be essential for a better future. Third card, Page of Pentacles. Asking why will allow you to adjust your value system, because that's what Pentacles are all about. There are so many things in life that money can't buy. Can't buy health, really. Can't buy love, can't buy friendship, can't buy happiness. Can't buy peace. Can't buy more time in your life. That's gone. This moment is gone. And the Page of Pentacles says you're going to be practical. You're going to be looking for the practical. You're tired of the Five of Pentacles loser energy. You just had your ass kicked by a tower moment that you knew was coming. You didn't know specifics, but you knew it was coming. But it was still a surprise. Time to get practical. Time to get thoughtful. Time to ask why and demand answers, and don't settle for anything less, because you and I will pay the price for it. That's it for the reading. Time is up. I thank you so much. This is a super special time for me each and every day. Thank you. I hope you come back tomorrow. That's the idea. In the meantime, please like and subscribe, like and subscribe, like and subscribe. That's huge. There's a big battle going on the internet. It's very quiet. They're very sneaky. You can help. Like and subscribe. So that's it. Between now and the next time you and I get together and do a little manifesting tarot stuff again, peace and blessings.